All right, all right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah. All right, prophetess in the wilderness. I changed it. It's now PITW, peace in the wilderness with Ahaya, which peace in the wilderness with the I am that I am. Not saying that I'm not a prophetess. I am a prophetess, a servant of the Most High Yah. Okay. So I just want to make that clear, even though I have changed over to a new YouTube page. And I'm still working on how I'm going to transition because it still seems like many are still on the old page. But when I do, I think I'm gonna have to do it like a way into cold turkey. Just do it and not keep coming back, to the old page. So I do have a new YouTube page. I have switched over PITW with Ahaya. That's the new page. So I will be shutting down the old page. So it's just when I do, it's going to be cold turkey. I think that's what they call it. Go cold turkey. Yeah. Today, Sister Deborah have a message that's going to piggyback off of the last message I had. You know what I find that's to me that's beautiful is how the Father said to me that He has already separated the wheat from the tare. And knowing me, He knows me. Knowing me, He knows me. I would say, when you separated kingdom, didn't you? But He was showing me and telling me and informing me that He has separated the wheat from the tare. Okay, so those that are the wheat, you're separated from the tare. So every situation I would get into or I would step into, I would see how the wheat has been, excuse me, separate from the tare. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up, or else I'm going to have to put my mic, hook my mic up. Today we got a powerful message here, and it's going to take a lot of involvement, you being involved, pretty much questions, and you putting the answer based on what you know. And it's going to cause you to really think about a lot of things. Well, He did it to me. Like I told y'all before, I was off for almost 2 weeks, and I told you it was like a step. It's like He moved me to a different level. And the difference, the thing about this different level that the Most High Yah has moved me to is the type of level that make you can feel that thing. Okay, I don't know if any of you all do understand when Sister Deborah said you feel that thing. I mean, you feel the Holy Spirit. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. You can feel that thing, and feeling it is not a fleshly feel, y'all. It's a spiritual feel that you feel that which He is instilling in you. You can feel it. And when it's like that, it's like you can't bypass it. You can't escape it. You can't sleep it away. You can't eat it away. You can't worry it away. You can't do anything. You just got to salute it and say, Father, I feel that thing. And salute Him at every chance you get, because He's revealing things from the inside. A lot of you all think you're smarter than the Most High Yah, and you're not, because you're thinking He's revealing things from the outside. No, He is not. Even if He is speaking out of Sister Deborah to you all, that's not from the outside. Believe me. Oh, no, I ain't gonna tell you to believe me. Believe Him. He is a spirit, and He is in this day speaking from the inside. Okay? He's speaking spirit and truth, not flesh and flesh. And you're gonna learn that tonight. that a lot of people think the wisdom that they have, the knowledge that they have, they really think they in there. Baby. They are not. They are so far distance from spirit and truth, from who the Most High Yah is. The Father got me piggybacking on the message I spoke to you all a day or two ago. And he shared some things with me. Yesterday, he said something to me I thought was very strange. I woke up and I was, you know how you wake up and you're still lying there. He said something to me. Let me not say it because he didn't. It was between him and me. But I just want to say to the live in the opening, I'm so grateful to have one like unto the Creator living in me. One that has said that he would be a teacher, revealer. He would be a comforter. He will show Sister Deborah things to come. You know, he will bring things back to Sister Deborah remembrance. He will live in me and I would abide in him and he would abide in me. I am grateful. I am so grateful because he said something to me that kind of, it's really a form of comforting me, letting me know that never put any type of trust in human, in the flesh of people, because they like cold one day and hot the next. And what he mean by that is they can be one way and switch up on you and you looking them to be they were and they didn't turn into something else. Okay. That's how people have done in all these churches and all these platforms. They put this trust in the individuals on these platforms or the pastor or the bishop or the priest or the pope. They put their trust in the flesh of who an individual is, to where nobody, I mean, it's just like a lot of people today, y'all, you can't say nothing to nobody about their pastor. Not in this day and time. People think their pastors are all that and some, just drop down to them. Even that pastor himself are loaded with wicked and evil and sin. Not all of them. I'm just saying majority of them. Because that broad gate gonna remain broad whether we like it or not. Because that's the way y'all orchestrated it from the kingdom. And they would do things and the people would believe in them wholehearted. They would trust in them. They would believe in them. But where y'all is today, when he said he separate the wheat from the tare, that means just go. It's a good thing that you go to your pastor. It's a good thing that you go to those that you listen to. Because he already separate what's what. You see, him telling me that is trying to get me to embrace. When you start to see people change, when you start to see them one way, the next thing you know, they can flip the whole stage out of nowhere, just out of nowhere. Then you know that there's something's going on, and you keep beholding it, trying to figure out, well, what happened. You see. You know how you can wing I don't know if you all ever breastfed. I have. I breastfed 6 of my children. And breastfeeding them, you have to wing them. You don't take them off the breast instant. You have to wing them off. And that's with food. In anything you do, you have to wing a child off of breast milk or off. You just can't go cold turkey. Like I'm going to go cold turkey when I shut this old page down. But you just can't do that. But people have this mind today, which is a dangerous time in this day and time. They have that mindset like that. But it's all well, because that's why the comfort come to me. And he tells me, you know what I told you, don't you? What did I tell you a little while back? I already separate the wheat from the tare. So these are the things you look for. These are the things you desire. These are the things you embrace, Deborah. Because I had already told you what I did on my side. Now, you got to be right in the spirit and embrace it in the spirit. And don't expect the trust in the flesh to be what it was one day from the next. No. Trust in me that I got this. And that's what he shared with me yesterday when I woke up. And he told me how he had me and how he's going to keep me and all is going to be well. I liked that. I like that because I wonder when Yah revealed that to me yesterday when I was lying in the bed. I had woke up and I was just lying there. And I was like, I wonder, have others heard from him like that? I wonder, have anyone else heard from the Most High Yah like that? You see what I'm saying? See, this is where Sister Deborah knows that she knows who she served. He get me right. He gets me right. The Comforter, I'm going to tell you, I'm a living witness that exists. And he said, don't worry. I ain't going to tell you what else he told me. But he told one of them was, don't you worry. Just keep it going. Because people switch on you. And in them, they think they got the ball in their hand. When they have that ability to do that. Because they feel they have the ball in their hand. They can roll it either one way or the other. That's what's the problem. One of the problems with people today. They think they got so much power within them. And they use their feelings, their emotions, their personal opinion, mean they flesh, to lead and guide them, to show them. Okay? When I'm going to do something this evening that's going to make everybody think seconds after they listen to this message. And I'm going to go back into what he explained to me. Let me kind of give you a little recapping of what I spoke of the last time I was on Drop the Message. I was speaking on Yah being the Most High Yah being a spirit. He is a spirit. He is a spirit. His image is a spirit that is feminine and masculine. Okay? Now, I asked him, now where I'm going to go with this? Where I'm going to go with this? You know why I asked him where I'm going to go with this, Father, y'all? Where I'm going to go with this? But I'm going to tell y'all the truth of the whole matter. I can go anywhere in the world, y'all, and I'll be okay. Because he took me a mighty long ways with this topic alone. And the reason why I said, well, I'm going to go with it, Father, people don't even know who they are. They don't even know who their father is. They not your father. Let knows the spiritual father. People don't know anything. They're riding on their flesh. Thinking their flesh. They're going to live and die on the knowledge of their flesh. That's why he said they perish, Deborah, due to lack of knowledge. Which knowledge is that, Father? You know it's that spiritual knowledge, Deborah. It's the spiritual knowledge that they are lacking. Now, the reason why I asked him where I'm going to go with it, I still ask him that, y'all. I still like to ask him that. I'm going to keep asking him that till I'm in my grave. No, I ain't. Let me correct that. I can't keep asking him that till I'm in my grave, because why would I want him to tell me when I know I know? Why would I want to keep asking him when I know that I know already? Don't make sense. So let me correct that. Okay? But where do I go with it when I'm speaking to the Most High Yah is, who going to understand that? Who going to embrace it? Who going to see this? But you know what he said to me? He said, whether they see it or not, speak that word, Deborah. Speak that word, Deborah. And did you know what Yah revealed to me today? He revealed to me why it's important for me to just speak it. It ain't about who's listening. It really isn't. Not even that one. Guess why? Truth is forever present. Truth don't need an audience to make its truth. It's going to live and die. Truth. Righteous going to live and die. truth, and righteous. These are spiritual things. They ain't going nowhere, y'all. Ever, ever, ever. Now, the wisdom and knowledge and the righteousness of the flesh, it shall perish. But see, y'all never understood that there is a spirit that is righteous. There is a spirit that has spiritual knowledge. There is a spirit that has spiritual wisdom. So let's back that thing up and land it down. What the Father was sharing with me was, this is deep, y'all. He is a spirit. The only reason why heaven's orchestrated too, because he had a purpose for one and for two. He never created things to be just one. So Deborah, you asked him, why did you put the tree of knowledge and good down here in the midst when you already had the perfect tree to life? So why did you do that? Break it down again, Deborah. Twos. Heaven's orchestrated everything in twos. So when it got to man and woman, because he gave you his image, he gave you his full image. We took him with his image of a spirit when he's more than just the image of a spirit. He is the image of a feminine and a masculine spirit. That's the only reason why he brought down two human, male and female. He says, I'm going to give them my image. I got to give them my image. I split that bad boy up, but it's still my image. When I made her and I made him, I made her the feminine part of my image. I made him the masculine part of my image. They got the poor man dead, Deborah. They got my spirit, which is the image of a masculine and a feminine. And I broke them bad boys. I separate them bad boys. I broke them up, Deborah. I didn't put them down there together. No, I didn't. Because if that was the case, homosexual would be something that Yah created to be homosexual. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Watch where I'm going with this. Even the men today tell you there's a feminine part of himself. Some of them, most of them won't claim it. And there's a masculine part. Guess what the Father told me today? As was yesterday, they are a liar, and the truth can't be found in them because it's over. It's too late for you to be looking for truth in these Negroes, in these Europeans, in these Gentiles, in these heathens. They ain't got truth, and truth ain't got them. They just teaching lies because the hour is the hour of darkness, of wicked and evil. And they plan it for all its work. So what is he saying? When I said the image, Deborah, the image was not me giving them just a spirit. I was giving them me as a spirit that has two entities. And I broke them two entities up in Genesis. It is impossible. This is what he told me today. It is impossible for anyone to say that both entities of who Yah is, feminine and masculine, is in a man and in a woman. The key, the power punch is them. Can them be one? Someone in the live answer that. If we say them, in our English, in our Hebrew, in our Greek, in our whatever language. If you use the word them, can that be one? It can't be. So he said, where you know the lie cannot be covered up. I said, I will make them out of the image of him. He made them. That means more than one. Why was he doing that? Because he wanted to create male and female by dividing both feminine and masculine from him to them to produce life. When you see a girl, a baby boy. So he's saying where the lie will be covered up is they'll take them and say we both are them. Well, we got male and female in us. When y'all want me to tell you that's a lie from the pit of hell. He knew what he was doing from the kingdom. He is the only one, the Most High Yah. Why? Because the image, the image is, Now, how you gonna get that to? How you gonna get people to understand this? The image is the image of a spirit. The image is the image of a spirit that holds what? Feminine and masculine. So what is the feminine and masculine? They spirit too. They him. He's a spirit, and the feminine part of him is his spirit, and the masculine part of him is his spirit. How in the wrecks behind the earth can touch that? Praise the mighty Yah. Not a scientist, not a scholar, not a nothing in the flesh can touch that. Ooh-wee. That's why he touched it. When he asked his power, let us rumble down. Let us make man in our image. Knowing that the image of him was spirit feminine and spirit masculine in one. He brought them to the earth, y'all, and brought them into two. Praise the mighty Yah. So when you get to the point where it says the whole world, no, the whole earth. Because when I was telling him, I said, but the whole world, he said, no, back it up. Back it up and land it down. You know what he's telling me? He said, don't put the whole world, because I don't want you to put the moon, the stars, the wind, or nothing. Go back down to the earth. It's off course. No, the wind ain't off course. He tell the wind go left, the wind gonna go left. Go east, the wind gonna go east. He tell the sun to come up, the sun gonna come up. He tell the sun to go down, the sun gonna go down. When he tell the stars to shine this day, the stars gonna shine that day. If he said don't shine as bright, they ain't gonna shine as bright. So that tells you. When he said the earth, he talking about all of our nasty tails that's down here on the ground. It answered all the questions of why would a dog be trying to hunt a chicken? Out of course, off course. The world is off course totally. Without a doubt, off course. Totally. Why would a dog be trying to hunt a chicken? You see? This is what y'all is talking about. The whole earth is off course. It's out of order. And we running down here, think we got it all good because we down here. Oh, it ain't nothing wrong with it. It's everything going. No, it's not. It's off course. All things are off course. Down here, he said, on the earth. And the way he explained it to me, it didn't get like this today, y'all. It's been since the beginning of time. You know, that's deep. And he knew it all the time. He knew it all the time. Yah knew it all the time. And we still can't see the left of our hand nor the right and know the purpose they're in for the both. So when he's saying that he created the male and the female to be two different entities, then he said, let us make them that way. I'm the only one that's going to be both. I created them to be two. So there's no way a man could be feminine, and there's no way a woman can be masculine. I always wonder, why do women basketball players that come down, they want to be that tough swag and trying to swing and be walking just like men? And men, when they get around a bunch of women, that he hang around a bunch of women, now he becoming want to be like women. Oh no, that ain't who they were created to be. That's who they mimicking. Because you the masculine women, take that basketball from them. Take any sports from them. You're going to start to see what they were created to be, which was feminine. You're going to start to see them acting like little women and walking like a female and not like a male. So you see how the earth has gotten everything off course? You see that? That's why Satan come down to, even on top of that, to deceive the whole world. The whole earth, really. So you get somewhat of what I'm starting this here topic off with. Now, my issue with going over this again was they didn't get it the first time. So the second time gonna really throw them down. They ain't gonna know, y'all ain't gonna know what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna swing that bad boy. I'm gonna swing it up and I'm gonna land that thing down. Okay, so I'm gonna let you know that right now. So the whole earth is off course. You run your mouth and say what you want to say. It's off course. The whole earth is out of order. Which order is that? The order that was created for it. Did y'all knew it would be out of order? Sure he did. Just like he knew that the flood, he was going to send the flood. He knew that he was going to send Yeshua to die on the cross. Yeah, he knew it all. That's why he slain the lamb before the foundation of the world. Who can tell him what to do with what is his? He already know what he doing. So I was trying to make some sense of it. And he began to land it on me. Did you all know that when you take away from the feminine part of the spirit image that Yah has given women, you mess the whole earth up? You messed it up. Why? He created it with a masculine spirit image and a feminine spirit image. The feminine spirit image is what I'm about to talk about today. And when we talk about it, you are going to be saying like, how could that be? Because when you find out the part of Yah that is feminine, you'll wonder what the rats behind these men has done. A lot of y'all don't really get it, do you? Same way with Noah. Same way with Lot. It told you. It wasn't the women. It was the men. The book of Judge. It wasn't the men in Benjamin when the king of Judah came into the town of Benjamin and the men there want to have sex with him. The old man wouldn't let him. But they put the women out there. Woo-wee! It was off and out of course then. Same way with Lot. Same day, the day of Noah. The women were sold over. The daughters were sold over to the sons of man, so the sons of God. Why? Because the father. That's why mama wasn't in the midst. Ooh, why? Mama wasn't there. Why? I always ask the father that. Why is it that every time these men have done something in Genesis all the way through the end, woman don't have nothing to say? Now the father teaches me. Because they stripped my feminine part that I created with an image like unto me. How did and why, but Father? How did and why? So remember, I was telling y'all I couldn't understand why in Israel, in the book of Isaiah and chapter 3, how he said he's gonna the men are gonna die and the mighty ones gonna die by the sword. He was talking about Israel. He's talking about the day before. He's talking about the time before he get his out of here. Told y'all. Now, Europeans, every other nation is likened to the same thing. Why? They robbed the Most High Yah. They robbed him. How did they rob him? Anybody in the live chat? How did they rob the Most High Yah? And when I start to read these scriptures, y'all gonna say, no, you didn't go there, girl. No, you didn't take us there. Because I'm gonna drop y'all tail over the cliff. How about that? How about that? Who can tell me the question that I just asked? Or do you know? When you all find out what has happened to the world, all because disobedient to the feminine part of who Yah is. How about that? That's how woman ended up being under man's feet all these thousands of years, even to today. That's why your mouth was to be closed. In the book tell you one time that Paul said that. And he was trying to tell people, women, when you get into the sanctuary, you're going to have these men saying, I'm the pastor, I'm the bishop, or I'm the prophet. He's telling you, you want to know what they feuding about? Wait till you go home and ask your husband. Because it's a man thing. See, y'all didn't know that, did you? See, y'all thought he was telling y'all to keep quiet. He said, keep silent. Because the men going to be cutting up in the church. Saying, I'm this. No, I'm the pastor. I'm the bishop. I'm the evangelist. I'm the prophet. Go back and read it. That's when Paul said that. He said, women, keep silent. In the what? Church. Because these men, they've been doing wrong since the beginning of time. They're going to be wrong in the church. Why do y'all think that when you go into a church or anywhere, you can go into the Catholic Church, you can go in anywhere, you're going to see majority female? That's why. That's why. Because the whole earth is off course. Out of order, y'all. Normally, the Most High is the only one knew that it would be that way. In this midnight hour, the end days. So guess what happened? Now you have a church, You got men making the women sit in the back. They know who you are. Oh, I know what the Father told me yesterday. Guess what he told me? When we tell y'all something, what he said? He said, Deborah, do you know, you understand when they say that the fake Jews over in Israel and how the Europeans and the United States and other places in the country know who you all are as Jews? This is what the Father told me yesterday. He said, guess what? Men know who you are as me. Praise the mighty Yah. They know who you are, women. Just like the fake Jews and all these churches who claiming those Jews over there, they know that they are not the Jews, and those Judah and Israel is the true Jews, melanated people. As much as they know that, the Father want me to send a sign to every woman out there in the world. Men know that they took from you your identity, your image that Yah brought you forth on the earth to be. Who can tell me how many times have I said, why is it that this, I'm gonna see if y'all can remember. What did I say? Why is it he keep on saying like a travail of a woman? What's with that? I used to, y'all, let me tell you, 3 years ago, I was on that deep because it didn't make sense. Why is everything is like a travail of a woman? Why are you matching a female woman to a travail of a woman? What's the deal? Now I know. No. Because he knows the travail of a woman on the earth is like the travail of a woman in his bosom, because he's a feminine image of a feminine spirit. You see, that's what he's talking about, y'all. He told me that yesterday. See how I told you I learned from my Most High Yah. And I'm like saying that, how I'm going to break that down to these people? That's why I talk the way I talk. Because I know, I'm like saying, wait a minute, hold up. That makes, Father, but that makes what's 100 times 1 trillion. Sense. You know how, y'all don't know how many times I confronted the Most High Yah. Why do you keep using the travail of a woman? Why was this woman telling the Most High Yah, why are you using travail? Because I birthed too many kids to know the travailing of a woman cannot even be described on the face of the earth. Because once you're going through it, it's a pain that you cannot define, even when it's over. But y'all standing here categorizing everything like a travail of a woman. That's why, because you got a female entity in you, and you wanted them to connect your feminine entity with woman at all times. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. How did they get away with it? All those thousands of years, y'all. I want to cry so bad. I want to cry so bad. Because it hurts so bad to know all these thousands of years, Father, you allowed them to get away with it. Then they running their tails around here talking about we the people. Use the fool. Do y'all understand? Go back 2 years, 3 years. Sister Deborah used to always make videos trying to understand, well, why is it keep talking about the travail of a woman? Hey, you messing with me. One who have travail in birth. You talking to me? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Do you know you me? You got my image. First, I am feminine one. You secondary, Deborah. That's why I know I can use that. Man didn't know I was using it. Because they stole y'all identity. Women, men stole our identity, said the Most High. Y'all. That's why I say I want to cry, but I can't. Because I know he would get me tonight. He would whoop my butt if I shed a tear regarding what is righteous. They stole our identity. And we walking our stupid tails around talking about the women need to submit to a man. That's why you's a fool. Since the beginning of time, they have stole our identity. Our identity. You know why I know that they stole our identity, you guys? Let me tell y'all why. Because when he created it in the beginning, Genesis chapter 1, he called them image of him, them. And them don't mean one. But the world has been walking, talking, living, building, having based on him. And she fall under his feet. And I'm not talking about just melanated people. The world itself, the earth itself, have put women, female, feminine, so far under to where they don't even know their identity. You think it's important for you to know that you're the true Jews? You can be the true Jews and the true fool at the same time. At the same time. But why, Father? Debbie, you know why. But I got to put that on them. To ask themselves that, even that themselves. How did we get away with it? And when he turned in image, and that's how they become one in me. They put me back together. I created them, and to bring them into a oneness in me is when the female is in her righteous place and the male is in his righteous place evenly. That's what made it them. Oh no, not 75%. Not 25 over here. Female, you got yours. It's in you. The nurture, that ain't yours. That's the image of Yah. In you. As a female. See? They stole that from you. They stole everything from you. And you lived all these thousands of years not even knowing. Let's go. Let's rumble. We're going to start with Proverbs chapter 4, verse 13. Y'all, 2 nights in a row, he was telling me. Oh, he wasn't telling me. I was telling him. Let me say that again. He wasn't telling me. I was telling him. I said, Father Yah, when you hear these silly women talking about Proverbs 31, I was always against Proverbs 31 because it didn't really cover 100% of who I was. He said, guess what he told me, y'all? Proverbs 31 was speaking of his feminine part. His image that was a feminine part. We were supposed to match that, but we couldn't. So he set something there to show us him in the realm of his feminine image. Yah is Proverbs 31. Praise the mighty Yah. I said, I like that, Father Yah. Because when you go into Proverbs 31, let me tell you something. Sister Deborah's in there. But then I start to say, wait a minute, hold up. This me. Hey, this ain't me. Hold on, hold up. Yeah. See, The reason why we don't know who we are in our righteous place is because men has stolen our identity of who we are. That's how we got out of the line of them. And he got in the line of him. Because the true creation from him, who is feminine and masculine, he brought them down into two and made them them. We never reached the feminine part of the image of Yah because man took them and made it him. So what? It's over. Same identity, same thing. And what he's saying to me now while I'm speaking to you, that's what happened to Israel and Judah. They were the number one who done it. They were the number ones of men that done it to Israel and Judah. Women. The whole world don't care. They'll do everything against what Yah created. But he's speaking of Israel and Judah. That's why they're so quick to tell us we're supposed to keep quiet. He's the leader, he the ruler, he the king. Wait a minute. Father said, wait a minute, hold up. Hold up 1 minute. Hold up. Let's stop this right now. Let's stop this stuff right now. How did you become the king? How did you become the ruler? I dropped them seeds in you. Did you rule those? Did you go under as a king to bring them up? No, you stripped them, your own children, from everything I created them to be. And for you to train them up the way that they were supposed to go, the seeds I put in your womb. Then you rob woman from the way I created her. And you made it about him. Instead of doing what I told y'all to do. Them. I even told them to give the dominion. I was sealing it then. And they took the dominion and handed it over to males. So when they rewrote the book over and over and over and over and over, they rewrote it till they got it right where they wanted, where they got you living up under the lie. When you learn the feminine part of Yah, then you're going to find your identity. When we go over this tonight, you're going to hear something. If you ain't heard Proverbs 31, take your tail on back over there and read Proverbs 31. That mother there, this is a parable setup. This is something that a woman is to say. Where's that woman coming from? Where's that woman with that type of power, that type of authority coming from? When man has robbed her from everything. Then look over at her time. You're supposed to be a Proverbs 31 for what? A Proverb 31 ruled. Woo, Father Yah. Proverb 31 had her own business. Proverb 31 ruled her household. Proverbs 31 had a husband and didn't say nothing to her based on her own choice. Y'all telling you, I am the number one feminine spirit image. And I created woman like unto me. And we were robbed of our identity. And that's why I was saying to the Father, what are we to do with it now? What can we do with it now? Let's go. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 13. Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 13. And it reads, take fast hold of instructions. Let her. Let her not go. Keep her, for she is thy life. Y'all just got introduced to the feminine part of the Most High Yah. And you missed it, went over your head, didn't it? Went all the way over your head. That's why I say it's too deep. I'm going to push you off the cliff tonight. the Most High going to suffer Sister Deborah to do is bring his feminine part to you. To show you that you've been robbed. Your identity. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 13. Take fast hold of instruction. Take fast and hold of instruction. Let her not go. Who is he talking about? Instruction. To y'all, that's his feminine part. Y'all didn't get it. Y'all missed it. Now watch this here. Keep her, for she is thy life. Whole life. The Most High Y'all got introduced to the feminine part of Yah. Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 13. He just introduced to y'all his feminine part. Let's go. Y'all gonna learn something. Matthew 23, verse 37. Matthew 23 and verse 37. Can we turn back the times? No, you can't. But you can look at the present and salute the Father for allowing you to live to know what you know today, because you can't change yesterday. We in Matthew chapter 23 and verse 37. What is 23? Matthew chapter 23 and verse 37 is said, "O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thy that killeth the prophet." You see? I expect melanated people, Judah more so than anything, and Israel, to be my enemy than anybody else, any other nation. Y'all think everybody else is your enemy. No. Your own kind is going to be your enemy, like they always be. So you wonder why I talk the way I talk when I'm hitting it like I'm bold. Because I know what's what. I know what spirit and truth is. Now listen to this. "O Jerusalem," we in Matthew 23 and verse 37. "O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou that killeth the prophets." See, the heathens didn't kill the prophets. The Gentiles didn't kill the prophets. It was Israel and Judah. "And stone them which are sent unto thee." That's how I feel. That's real. Now, this is what Yeshua, the Son of Man, is saying. This is him. "How often will I have gathered?" Watch this here. Watch this here. "How often have I gathered the children together?" What children are those? Watch this here. "Even as a hen." Is a hen, is that male or female? Is a hen a male or female, or do you know? "Even as a hen gathered her chickens under her wings, and ye would not." Ooh-wee. Now see right there, what he just revealed is what I try to tell y'all just now. Judah and Israel men have done worse to their women than anybody on this earth still in their identity. That's why y'all are locked. See, y'all do not get why we had to come here. Y'all still ain't gonna get it. He had to send us here because the forefathers identity. How, Deborah? They stole females' identity from them and hid it. So you will never know who you are. And all the time, praise the mighty Yah. Praise the mighty Yah. All Yah been revealing everything on the earth so women may know who they are by calling the entities feminine. He just told you instruction is her. He just told you in Proverbs 3 and verse 13. That's why I say y'all listen, but you don't listen. It went past your head. Proverbs 4 and verse 13, he called it her and she. He been trying to get y'all to see that they stole your identity. Women, they have stolen your identity, your own men in your own tribe. Remember, I don't know if y'all can remember this. It used to be, I wore it out. What you mean you awaken? Awaken to what? Stupidity? I taught that thing, y'all. I think I got about 40 or 50 videos coming up and buckling up on the men who keep saying, oh, I'm awakened, I'm awakened, I'm awakened. I'm like trying to figure out, Father, y'all, what are they awakened to? Because what you telling me they ain't seen yet. So y'all stand y'all tails around saying you know and you know and you know and you got spirit and truth, you got the light. And guess what? You're loaded with darkness. Because right now you still don't understand what Sister Deborah said. But it's meant he done already separate the wheat from the tare. So the only one gonna know what I'm talking about are the wheat. Now, right here in Proverbs 13, he called instruction. Ooh-wee. What is his instructions? Who's in the live chat and tell me what's instruction? What is instruction? Now one of you can tell me, can you? What is instruction? It's Yah. It's what he did always. He stood into Genesis in chapter 2. He gave Adam direction and instruction. When Adam was by himself, he gave him direction and instruction. Did he give him a consequence? Yes. He gave him direction and he gave him instruction. 99.9 of you all have no idea what instruction means. He gave it to Adam in the garden. Direction and instruction. So when he gets to Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 13, he calls instruction her. He calls instruction she. You see how that feminine part gave Adam instructions? Did he listen to her? In the garden, he gave him instruction. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 13, called instruction her and she. Why? Because Yah is feminine part, is instruction. Ooh-wee. You know how people go around here and tell you commandments and laws? Sit y'all tails down. You don't know nothing. You and your laws. That's why y'all say, how they can't tell you that, Deborah. How they gonna tell anybody that I'm abiding in the whole their instructions in their law? I got a law in you. I got an instruction in you. I got a commandment in you. And it's not the one that man keeps out of tradition. It is the spiritual law. It is the spiritual spiritual commandment. It is the spiritual instruction. So he's telling y'all about the Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 13, he's letting you know that's a herd and a sheep. What part of that? That's the Most High Yah feminine part. That's why man ain't kept it. See, I didn't know that either. Just like he did what? Didn't let you keep your identity, your image of Yah. He never kept Yah's image of his own, Yah's own feminine image, because it is instruction. And you're going to hear everything else it is. And you're going to say, well, you mean to tell me that's why he. Let's continue. Then in Matthew 23 and 37, let's finish. It says, "O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou that killeth." Look where it says, "Thou that killeth." It wasn't the women that killed them. It was always the men. Watch this here. The prophets, and stone them which are sent into thee. Y'all send Israel and Judah men, a prophet. What they do with them? Kill them. They kill them. That's why they can't listen to this prophet, this prophetess. Because they didn't already killed the image of that female, that feminine part that Yah created woman to have. Okay, watch this here. And he says, which are sent unto thee. Where are they sent from? Where is the prophet sent from? The kingdom. Did y'all let him kill them? Yeah. Why? Because he know how they already are. That's why he gave Satan some seeds. Hey, get you some seeds over here. I'm going to give you some. I gave them the parable, Deborah, of the sower that sowed the seeds. I sowed the seeds, but Satan got out of the, what, 5 out of the 4 seeds that were said that have been sown. Satan took 3 of them. I only sold 1 for me. So go around here thinking that you that one. Okay. And it says here, how often would I have gathered thy children together? Somebody talking. Who's talking? Can anybody? Who's talking here? Who's talking? Listen to what it says. I have gathered thy children together. Who's talking like that? Even as a hen. Is a hen male or female? I still never did get an answer to that. I noticed that. It's female. Okay. Gathered her chicks. Look at her. Speaking of hen, her, under her wings. And ye would not. Can I get somebody to bring that to the forefront? Bring that verse to the forefront. Let me read it right here. Even as a hen, which is a female, gathered her chicks. So she got more than one. Under her wings. 2 wings. And ye would not. Somebody, can anybody in the live chat break that thing down? Break that thing down. Anybody? I read it again. I have gathered the children together, even as a hen, which is a female, gathered her chicks under her wings, and yet ye would not. Ye would not. Who is ye would not? Old Jerusalem, who killed the prophets. Judah and Israel men. And what he said, ye men would not. Ye men would not. Israel and Jerusalem. Israel and Judah. That's old Jerusalem. Jerusalem. He's talking about to the men. That's why he stepped in. what Yah is saying. Now I'm going to step out of Yeshua, move him out the way, y'all. I'm going to move him out the way. I'm going to step in to reveal to you Yah. This is Yah here, y'all. Like a hen that gathered chicks, her little chickens, and her wings, under her wings, comfort, protection. That's what a woman does. And ye would not. Who is ye? Y'all had to do it because the men would not. Y'all missed it again. Y'all missed it again. I got these verses here to break down, and I'm having a hard time for the communication level of just plainly breaking it down and feeling in my spirit that y'all not getting this. But I'm going to do like y'all told me yesterday morning. Speak that thing, Deborah. If you got to go to your wall, speak it to the wall. As long as you obedient to what I say, speak that thing. Even if you got to go to the wall and speak to the wall. So right there, Yeshua explaining exactly the kingdom and how the hen gathered the chicks under her wings. That's Yah. That's Yah. That's not Yeshua. That's Yah. You see? What part of Yah is that? The feminine part of him. You know how mother nourish her children? Bring them to her breast. Protect her children. Nurture. Well, that's the feminine part that you had from the day of creation, that when you were born with, because he gave you a part of his, who he is. That's his image. He gave you an image. The image he gave you was a spirit that looks like a spirit, like the spirit he has. He gave you the image like he has. But in that image, he made two different things, male and female. Why? Because his image is consisted of feminine and masculine. Okay. Now, I'm going to go to Isaiah chapter 49. And I know this might be, I know it, I can feel it already in my spirit, a little bit heavy, but I'm going to press on because I can't help but hear the voice of the Father saying, speak, even if you have to speak to the wall. Isaiah chapter 49 and verse 15. Isaiah chapter 49 and verse 15, it says, can a woman forget her suckling child? Meaning a child she brought to her breast. Can a woman forget her suckling child, that she should not have compassion on that son of her womb? Now, what he did is he described a woman, her womb. Okay. He describing her as a female like you and I. And he said, yea, that means she can't forget her child she brought to her breast. And she cannot have compassion for that child of her womb. Yea, a woman can actually be like that. We got a lot of women today like that. Okay. A lot of them go out and get abortion. A lot of them don't take care of their children and have not taken care of their children. That's why they don't care about what their men in their house do to these children. It's because that compassion ain't there. And he's saying, verse 15, can a woman forget her suckling, that she should not have compassion on her son of her womb? Yeah, she can forget him. Watch this here. They may forget, yet I not forget. So you see how he broke that down? You see how he broke that down? He showed you the female that might have a child and can bring him to her breast and still not have compassion for him. But then he put himself in the same place. Woo-wee. I love that. He put himself in the same place as her. And what does he say? We on 15. They may forget, yet. How you jumping all over in the woman though, Father? Yeah, because I'm showing you the identity of me as a female, a feminine creator. The part of me that is feminine, that can feel a woman, a her, a suckling child of her womb. He turned around and said, yet will I not. So he compared himself to a woman. Why? Because a part of his image is a feminine image. Okay? Now, when we get to Psalms 22 and verse 9, Psalms 22. All this time, sister, everybody would think that Sister Deborah was always talking about me and me and me and me. And that's why I told y'all a long time ago, y'all send he to talk to whomever he want them to talk to, not whoever mood swing or emotions and feelings is in the way. It don't mean nothing to me about all that, because that's your flesh. See, you never check. People never think to check. Wait a minute. Is this chick saying something true? Is she speaking righteous or unrighteous? We can't take the way she said it or how it sounds that hurts my flesh. Is it righteous? Now, they don't know nothing about that, though, Deborah, because people live on their opinions and their emotions and their feelings. And that's why they don't know nothing today, because y'all don't even waste his time. Because he knows that if he had to say something to you, your feelings be hurt 24/24. Your feelings be hurt in your dreams when you wake up, in the morning, in the lunchtime, evening, noon, midnight hour, dinner. Your feelings be hurt. You'll be on some type of antidepressant medication because your feelings is all over the place. If y'all had to say something to you. So that's why the Israelites didn't want y'all to come off that mountain. Saying, okay, Moses, we'll listen to you. You think them people didn't know what was going on? Psalms 22. In Psalms 22 and verse 9, it talks in verse 9 through 10. It talks a lot. And I want y'all to hear what it says. But thou art he that took me out of my mother's womb. No, it didn't say mother. Listen to it again. Thou art he that took me out of the womb. Thou didst make me hope when I was on my mother's breast. Now they're talking about the mother's womb, and it's talking about on the mother's breast. Verse 10. I was cast upon thee from the womb. Who cast you out of your mother's womb? The Most High Yah. Thou art my Yah from my mother's belly. Why? I got an issue with that. You know what my issue is? Okay, we talking that right now. Let me go over it. Then I tell you my issue I have with it. Let's go again. Psalms verse 22 and verse 9 through 10. But thou art he that took me out of my mother's womb. Thou didst make me hope when I was upon my mother's breast. Verse 10, I was cast upon thee from the womb. I was cast. All this thing that's going on. this individual is speaking like in a spiritual realm, that the female entity of the father was there all the time. From the time that he came out of her womb, from the time she was on her mother's breast, the time I was cast upon thee from the womb, thou art my Yah, my mother's belly. Ooh-wee. You see that? You all did not even know that the female, the feminine part of Yah, have brought forth from the mother's womb life, the living child. It was the female part that done it all. And that's what this is talking about. Let's read it again. Psalms chapter, and let's say David. Is this David? Now listen to what he said. But thou art he. Who is he? Who is he? That's the Father. Verse 9. But thou art he that took me out of my mother's womb. Ooh, wait a minute. You mean David knew this? What? David knew this? Listen to what he said. He took me out of my mother's womb. Thou did it. He's telling him, thou didn't make me hope. Where did hope come in? You know why hope stepped in? Do y'all know why hope stepped in? You don't know, do you? You don't know, do you? You know why hope stepped in? Because hope is the feminine part of Yah. It's the feminine part of Yah. Now watch this here. Thou didst make me hope when I was upon my mother's breast. Now you breastfeeding. Hope is in the midst of you breastfeeding. Oh-wee. Now here go verse 10. I was cast out from the womb. Mother brought you forth, right? Your mother travailed. She brought you forth. Who is this casting you out? That's the female, the feminine part of who Yah is. See, we ain't even gave this, so you wonder why, sister, give him the glory, give him the honor, Yah. He's doing all of it and some. And we exalt him, glorify him, magnify him. We won't do anything. We stand around looking like a stiff chicken and think he got to bow down to us. He got to send somebody to talk the way we want to talk or be the way that we want the individual to be. They got to be the way we want. They got to talk the way we want them to talk. They got to teach us what we want to believe. You better take your butts off this platform that I'm on, because I'm not about that. So what does he say here? This is David. And David says, but thou art he that took me out of the womb. You think he talking about the doctor? Back in them days, them ladies just had the baby. But look what he's telling you. Where is David stepping in? David stepping 100% in the spiritual realm of the feminine part of Yah. Listen to what he says. What verse is that? Verse 10. No, thou didst make me hope when I was upon my mother's breast. Verse 10. I was cast upon thee from the womb. He was already predestined for y'all. But yet he's showing you that there is a feminine entity that's playing a role in this, y'all. Okay, watch this here. Thou art Maya. See, all that time he was talking, you would have thought he was talking about mama, the midwife, or somebody else. No, he's telling you that that feminine part of the Most High Yah was present at all times. I mean, he ain't entitled to glory and honor. He ain't entitled to be exalted. Just because we too stupid to realize who he is, who he was, and who he's going to be, that's on us. We lose out. I can see why the gate is narrow. It makes all sense. Okay? And then he says here, thou art my Yah from when? My mother's belly. You've been my Yah. And he's sitting here telling you who brought him forth out of his mother's womb. That's that feminine part of Yah. Yah brings you in and brings you out. He got a day for you to come out and a day for you to go up out of here. Okay, so let's go to Psalms 71. And right there in Psalms 22 that we just covered, it talked about the womb, the mother's belly, the mother's breast, and they talk about the womb. But it letting you know, David telling you who controlling that womb. Who's controlling that whole overall. You all need to highlight that. Psalms 22 and verse 9, chapter 22, verse 9 through 10, and see what David is saying about why is he connected a woman, a female entity, with what all Yah was doing when it come down to bringing forth life. So what happened? When we get to Psalm 71, in Psalm 71 in verse 6, Psalm 71 in verse 6, it says, by thee, we still dealing with David, by thee have I been upheld, holding up from the womb. Thou art he that took me out of my mother's bowels. My praise shall be continually of thee. David is sitting here telling y'all, this man, so it shows me that it wasn't David and them that didn't know. That's why I keep trying to tell you, it wasn't the forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and David and them, and Solomon. It was the forefathers after them that got us where we at today. Because David's sitting here telling you right here who the female, the feminine part of Yah, present during birth. He always wanted to be participating in bringing forth life, birth. Now listen to what he says. Psalm 71 and verse 6. By thee have I been holding up womb. Who holding him up from the womb? Thou art he that took me out of my mother's bowels. My praise shall be continuing of thee. Why is, now listen to what I'm going to say here, y'all. Take heed to this. Why is David, speaking of Yah, surrounding a female entity as if Yah is in the midst of what's happening among the image that has a feminine entity? Yah is present because he is the female, the feminine part of his image, who he is. He plays a role in it. Why? He created that feminine part, women. That's why he's in the midst of it. You would have never thought that. You thought it was about your husband, your boyfriend. You see? your fiance being in the labor room. See, you see how we didn't forget him? Long time ago. Long time ago. But David and them didn't. David sitting here calling it out. David is a man calling out the feminine part of Yah being present during the feminine part of woman. In travail. In bringing forth a child. In birth. In womb. David giving you a lowdown. So see how it ain't that anything is hidden. It's just where the heart is. Because most people's heart don't really want to know nothing about no truth. They just want to be able to know that they go into the kingdom. That's pretty much it. Oh, I'm going. I got what it takes. I know I'm saved. I'm full of the Holy Spirit. I have spirit and truth. I'm in the light. You all that. But don't know nothing. So when I get to Isaiah chapter 66, in the book of Isaiah 66, verse 13, Isaiah 66 and verse 13, and it reads, as one whom his mother comfort, as one whom his mother comfort. Isaiah chapter 66, verse 13. As one whom his mother comfort, so will I comfort you. Watch this. And ye shall be comfort. And ye shall be comfort. In Yah just gave you a lowdown of the way a mother comfort her child. It's the way my feminine part will comfort Jerusalem. You missed it again, didn't you? I thought you would. He just showed you a connection to woman and the way she comfort her. Let's go there. Verse 13. As one whom his mother comfort. A mother comforting her child. So will I, who is I, Yah, comfort you. He's actually showing you. That's my feminine part, Deborah. Tell them. That they never knew, but yet they say they know me. See, this is what you won't hear me and teach y'all and preach to you all. Because they have stolen your identity and have buried it so deep till you don't even know who you are. And that's why you can't find your purpose, your destiny, who you are supposed to be, because they hid it so deep that Yah has called you and you looking what I should be doing, what should I be saying, what can I do with it? Because they have buried it so deep. We know we are in the end days, and over in Jerusalem, they know they ain't the true ones. But do they care? They said we've been doing this for thousands of years. How did they get away with it? Kingdom. The kingdom only. I'm teaching Israel and Judah a lesson. That's a lesson. You see? And here today, you got 90% of Judah still don't know that they are Israel. Or they don't even know they Judah. See? And you thinking y'all gonna just wake up and everybody gonna come. No, they out there, they so busy killing one another to where they don't care. They are. They more so care about the things that Satan got them doing than what Yah has created them. That's why they wonder why we can't have this. Why can't we do this? Why you? Because Yah got you right where he wants you. How about that? The Most High Yah got you ugly tails right where he wants you. How about that? I love this here that is being said in Isaiah chapter 13, as one whom his mother comfort. Because that's what women are for, to nurture, to comfort. All these things that we were created to be, did y'all know that was the Creator's feminine part. So we wonder, why is it we nurture and we the strength, really, the pretty much. And I asked you all the other day, and I noticed I didn't get no one to do it. And that's okay. That's fine with me. I told y'all I am a woman that's so grateful that the Most High Yah is all that he said he was, that he is, and that he's going to be. And I don't have to worry about nobody else. Because I asked you in the Hebrew, what was that? Feminine. Or what's that feminine means? When I looked it up in Hebrew, one thing, did y'all know what I also learned? Did y'all know? That's why I never go over there. I never go over that into Greek, nor Italian, Italy, or not Italy, but yeah, I guess that is their language. I don't go over there looking for the definition of nothing. They was the one that tried to help the Roman Catholics smear it up anyway. So I don't go looking for nothing in Greek and nothing else. Go to Hebrew. And sometimes now they see us searching everything in Hebrew. Now they're coming up with all these different other Hebrew understanding meanings. They're supposed to screw us up. But when you get it, you get it. Because when I looked it up, I'm thinking feminine. I looked it up and it says mighty and strength. And guess what he told me? This was earlier today. Guess what he told me? Now, do you get it? That's what he said to me. You wonder why a woman can have a baby? That's the feminine part of me. Strength. That's the feminine part of me. I gave her strength and might. Do y'all search? It'll blow your mind. So we wasn't created to be what they made us to be. To the point of nothing but under their feet. Cleaning and washing and having babies and taking care of the house. That was their definition. We was to make them whole, y'all. We was to make them whole because they was only half. They was in the image of Yah, only carrying the masculine image. To make them whole, they needed the female, the feminine part to make them whole. So they lied to you all about the rib. Find out what the bone is. It'll blow your mind. Or what's that bone? Also, if somebody pull up bone in Hebrew, I think it is. Bone in Hebrew. Bone in Hebrew. I don't want Greek. I don't want Lexington. None of those. Just in Greek. If anyone in the live, if you can pull up the word bone in Hebrew. That was bone I was talking about. My mistake. It was bone I was talking about. And guess what that bone was, y'all? That he took from Adam. Strength and might unto a woman. It's a sad thing. But then it's a sad thing, but to me, it's a joyful thing for my spirit because it brings everything into a oneness. Everything makes sense. It brings everything into a oneness that it may make sense. It means strong. Yeah. Look under the other definitions of bones under Hebrew. It's got a lot of definitions. And you're seeing strong, strength, and might. That's what he gave woman out of the masculine entity of who he was. That's what he gave woman out of Adam. Because Adam was carrying his image of the masculine. So he took that bone out. When you look up bone, that's why we're able to carry a child 9 months, birth that through travail, birth it through pain, bring it forth. And we're so nourishing, comforting, and all of these other things. Guess where it came from, y'all? It came from the image of Yah's spirit, which is the part, only the half part that is feminine. He had to add a little something. He took from man the masculine part, the bone, to give us the strength, to give us strength and might and strong, as one says. That's how we are able to bring forth children, birth, travail. And he keep telling me about the travailing, because I kept telling him, well, why you keep putting everything like a woman? I'm telling you who I am. Man didn't accept it, Deborah. Come on, you got to accept it. I said, Father, look, I accept it because it all makes sense. You righteous. You all righteous. Whatever you say, go. But that's deep, that the world's going to come and go and never know. That's too deep for me. And you know what? I'm telling you why it's so too deep for me. Want me to tell y'all why it's so too deep? It's because when I think about long suffering, I think about endurance. Those are spirits that Yah gives us to run this race. To run this race. Because he knew when he began to tell me these things, I'm going to get weary. I'm going to suffer. Knowing truth, but in the midst of all untruth. Trying to live right in the midst of all that is unright. Trying to speak and teach righteous, the light, spirit, and truth into the midst of darkness. He that endure unto the end shall be saved. But you know I can't endure, Father, unless you give me the spirit of endurance, like you did the spirit of long suffering, Father, y'all. Because to run this journey, you're going to need that. So the whole idea of him wanting us to understand, if we as women understand that we are upholding the feminine part of who he is, even though we were stripped on this earth from what Yah had created us to be. I'm going to show y'all a little secret that he gave me. He spoke it to me this today. During this time he was still with me, I called myself cleaning up, y'all. I was getting away from it. I was running. Oh, boy, this sister can clean on me like that. Woo! Let me keep him so he won't say nothing. That's the only reason why I'm doing it. Or if I just get my mind off of it, woo, let me run in here and do this. Woo, I'm running all over the house. When it all said and done, I sat down in that chair. He said, now you ready? I can't run from it. Why am I running? Who do you think like to know all of this stuff that the Spirit is giving to me alone? Do y'all know there are people that knows truth? I'm talking about Gentiles, heathens, Europeans, wicked and evil. They know the truth, but you'll never see them speaking. This is what he showed me. I spoke it yesterday. He want me to go back just to show you something. Here they would say to you all out there, when man and woman got both entities. No, they don't. He split it up in twos. And he called it out as male and female. If he wanted you to have both, he would have made you just human. He would have just made you human. But listen what he was sharing. He was sharing, because I'm going to tell you something, y'all. That's the question I asked him. I said, well, okay, but they can say this. They can say this. He said, when you say this, they say this, you say this. Now, this is what he said. Genesis chapter 1 and verse 27. So Yah created man in his own image. What did we miss off? What did we miss? First and foremost, 99.1 infinity. Let me go and tell it like it is. Have no idea when he said his own. So that means stand y'all tails down and check yourself. He ain't talking about your image or what a man told you the image. He said his own image. We don't know y'all outside of a spirit. We only know him outside of a spirit. No, we know he can't be flesh. We know he can't be soul, as man tried to tamper with the book and say. No, he's a spirit. So listen to what he said. Verse 27. So Yah created man in his own. Why are we making it our own of who he is? Why did we make it our own of who he is? And he's telling us, tell them what my own image is. Now watch this here. In the image of Yah, there you go again, created, watch this here, y'all. In the image of Yah, created he, him. He, him. How did he define him? He, him. Male, do you see the word A-E-N-D? And female. He brought down twos, y'all. He brought them down in twos. Now watch this here. Created them. Them split them strictly in half. Man and woman. It is them that he created, not him. And we've been living up under the order of him, not even understanding we were created in his image of a female, a feminine entity. That's where he put Ann. And man was made of a masculine image of who Yah is. How did man get his and we didn't get ours? We didn't get it, y'all. What you mean, Deborah, we didn't get it? We did get it. I'm a female. You's a female that's a fool. That's what you are. Because you have no idea that the Father is the only feminine entity that was created into your image, into his image in you. And you couldn't even claim the fact that you were one of them. Man was one of them. That's how them came on the scene. Twos, not one. Them can't be one. It has to be more than one. How did they get away with it? In the first book. Y'all said, Deborah, I ain't done with you yet. There's other things I'm going to reveal to you. You remember you taught that over and over and over and over and over. If you missed what's in Genesis, you'd have missed the whole book. Because it's all kind of hidden tokens that's really not hidden. But because y'all said in the end days, I'm going to bring that which is in the dark to the light. What is he doing? He bringing out of the darkness spiritual knowledge, spiritual wisdom, spiritual understanding. So when I go to Isaiah 42, and verse 9, Isaiah 42 and verse 9. Now listen to this. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and the new things. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Isaiah 42. I got the wrong verse. Yes, I did. Let me get it right. I get it right. I got it wrote down here. Isaiah 42. How did that get? That's 42 and what? Oh man, how do I have there? Is it 42 and 19? Let me see here. Oh man, I don't know what verse that is. Isaiah 42. Oh, 14. Isaiah 42 and 14. In Isaiah 42 and verse 14, I have long time holding my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once. At once. You know, that's the Most High Yah. He said he's going to what? Now I will cry like a travailing woman. A woman in travail. Why are you acting like that, Father? You're supposed to be masculine. You're supposed to be the man. Because I'm not what they said that I am. I the one created them. So why haven't they respect what I said is my image instead of taking it and making it their image? They can't, it can't be their image. It can't be her image and his image. It has to be my image. Because that's what I created them out of. My image. So how did it become his image and her image without becoming my image? Male and female am I. Feminine and masculine is my image. Now listen to what he says. Verse 14, Isaiah 42 and 14. I have long time holding my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. Now I will cry like a travailing. Why are you crying like a travailing woman? He's speaking about his feminine part. You see the word cry? You see the word cry? He's showing you his feminine part. And y'all tails don't want to see it. Y'all don't want to understand it. Y'all don't want to see it. It can't even digest. It can't even not digest. It can't penetrate. You know why? He already separated the wheat from the tare. You ain't gonna get it. If you can't get it, you ain't gonna get it. And it's okay. It's okay. It's just like I'm teaching people today. Let a mother be a mother. Let a father be a father. Let a daughter be a daughter and son be a son. Let people be who they are. Because it's over. Trying to change. Trying to get somebody to learn something, to get something, to understand something. You see, it's over. Okay? So here in verse 14, he showed up, y'all. He showed y'all his feminine part from the spiritual realm. Ain't that beautiful? He showed you his feminine part from the spiritual realm. And you missed it. That's deep. Mm-hmm. That's him. He said what? Verse 14. Now will I cry like a travailing woman. And all this time, these bishops, priests, pastors, Maureen's, watchmen, seers, prophetess, they will never teach you these things. Because y'all don't see in them anything that he has orchestrated in them to bring forth on this devil platform. Period. He already separated the wheat from the tare. Praise the mighty Yah. So there, right there alone, I like that because he pulled up his. He didn't pull it up so many times. Now, when you go into this book, you're going to start seeing things as I've been revealing it to you for this video and last video. You're going to start understanding, and it's going to become the part. But the sad thing about it is, it's nothing we can do. We can't change it, y'all. That means here we are. If we're able to see it, that means that's how bad of a time we're in. We can try to walk in what is righteous and pray that continue to lead us and guide us from within. Because you waiting for the world to show you something, you can hang it up. They ain't gonna show you nothing. These churches, these pastors, these bishops, and these people on this devil platform is worse than the church. They're giving you prophecies after prophecies. They are prophesying after prophesying. They are teachers and preachers, been on this devil platform 20, 30 years, and they gave you not one lick of spirit and truth. And people walking on here thinking they getting a full meal deal every time they come on. But they are getting it. They are getting the full meal deal. They're getting it out of the serpent seed, the born of the flesh. So they get it. They just getting it from a different end. So then I went to Isaiah 66 again in verse 9. When I get to Isaiah 66 in verse 9, it reads, shall I bring to the birth and not cause to bring forth? Said Yah, shall I cause to bring forth and shut up the womb? Said Yah. Women out there, I want to let you know. The Father is actually telling you tonight that every woman that had to travail, that brought forth out of her womb, he was present as a spiritual feminine entity. That's how they came out. It wasn't you. It was your pushing and your doing, and it's because your pushing and your labor cannot pull the day in and the day out. You see, I know they say they can give you a C-section, and even that day has to be assigned by Yah. They don't get it, Father Yah. They don't get it. They don't know who. Why? Anybody in the live chat? Why is it even a C-section? Y'all got to be present. Can anybody answer that? Do anybody know why it can't be in the control of a woman and a man and a doctor to tell when you come in and when you come out? Anybody in the live chat? Just give me one. Give me a half of somebody. That means you don't even have to have the whole thing. Just give me a half of truth. Come on, somebody. Still traveling? Okay. There you go. You nailed it. The breath. Thank you. You always getting it. She got it. The breath of life has to step in. See, y'all didn't know that was him, did you? See, that's what I'm saying. You don't know. Can't no doctor tell you, okay, on March the 15th, we're going to give you a C-section to bring the baby in, and or you do in April the 15th, and you having labor pains, your due date, this is your due date. It ain't got nothing to do with you. Ain't got nothing to do with you. Your husband. You exercising, you doing this, you taking castor or whatever that mess is. Or the doctor's going to take it. Ain't got nothing to do with him. He can take the body, but y'all got to bring in the spirit of you, which is life. See, y'all missed it. See how you can miss it? You be wondering what Sister Deborah talking about. Y'all got to show up with the breath of life. You don't get life until that breath of life shows up. So what? The doctor can pull you out. If that breath of life don't show up, you ain't gonna show up. This is where I'm at as far as how people, but I guess we as women also have wronged Yah too in our own ways, because we don't give him the glory and the honor for all the things that he has been invested in. Because let me show you exactly this here. Paul was telling you, giving us all these examples regarding coming into the world, coming out of his mother's womb, and what his coming to the breast once he came out of his mother's womb. He said, once you poured me out of her womb, and he went to her breast hoping. That was Yah. He did that. How did he? Because you couldn't go to the breast without the breath of life taking you to her breast. He had to blow in the breath of life. That's Yah. The breath of life give you a spirit. Y'all, that's deep. So it ain't no, you see how it seems like the world got you thinking they in full control over everything. They don't run nothing, but they bows when they got to use it. I'm going to say that again. So where am I at? In verse 9, that was 66, Isaiah 66 in verse 9, it says, Shall I bring to the birth and not cause to bring forth? What is that saying? Exactly what she said, the breath of life. Who gonna be the birth and you not brought forth? Brought forth mean the breath of life. And this is what he's saying. Shall I bring to the birth and not cause to bring forth? Said Yah, shall I cause to bring forth and shut up the womb? Said thy Yah. Yah sitting here dealing with a woman's womb, letting us know that he was always present. He had to be in, and I never thought of it like that. Why? It's because he has to usher the breath of life. See how dumb us women been? But they took our identity. We should have known more of our feminine part that is the image of Yah. But this is how, shows you how they've taken it all from us. They have taken it all from us, even to this day. Okay? So the next one was shocking, Deuteronomy 32. In Deuteronomy 32 in verse 11, Yah is showing y'all his presence that has always been. And many of you all never knew. You thought it was all about you pushing and labor pain, getting the epidural and all this and that. No. You fail to realize the only way a child can come in is through the breath of life. See, nobody never think that y'all got to check. I know it. It's what you say. It's what the doctors say. We believe everything the flesh tells us, but don't believe nothing the spirit. Deuteronomy 32 and verse 11, and it reads, as an eagle stir up her nest. You see that? A eagle stir up her nest, flutter over her young, spread it abroad her wings, take them, bear them on her wings. Verse 12. So Yah alone did lead him, and there was no strange God with him. See, he's showing you how, who is this here? Moses, the sons of Moses. No, this is, who is he's talking about? He's actually still showing you how it's him. As a eagle stir up her nest, knowing he's dealing with, he's using a female entity, her nest. Flutter over her young. It's still her. Spread it abroad her wings. Take it them, bury them on her wings. That's Yah. He's showing you his entity as a feminine individual toward mankind. He's showing you the feminine part. Okay. And this is where 1 Corinthians 24. You're going to learn something in a few minutes here about, or I might just go on and just give it to you, the ideal of 1 Corinthians chapter 24, verse 25. 24. 1 Corinthians 24, verse 25. Oh, wait a minute. Don't tell me I ain't got a 24. Nope, I don't, do I? Wow. Let me go back over to my other page here. It's a good thing I got this second page. Okay, we go in 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians chapter 1. 1 Corinthians chapter 1, 24 to 25. Now listen to this, y'all. 1 Corinthians chapter 24 and 25. But until, I was supposed to go 20. Okay, we can go to 24 and 25. Now listen to this, you guys. Listen to this. 1 Corinthians chapter 1. 1 Corinthians verse 25, 24 and 25. But unto them which are called, both Jews and Greek, Christ, the power of Yah. Do y'all see that? You know how many times I've taught you all the power way back in Genesis chapter 1 when he said us? That was the power. That was his power, y'all, he was talking to. When he said let, he was telling it to his power. That's just like you. Everything on your body can't move until you think it. Did you know that? You can't get out of your bed until you think it. You can't brush your teeth until you think it. When Yah is the word, when he spoke it, his power brought forth what he spoke. Okay? So here, listen to this. Verse 24, 1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 24 and 25. But unto them which are called, both Jews and Greeks. Now, Christ, the power of Yah, and the wisdom of Yah. Christ, the power of Yah, and the wisdom of Yah. Do y'all know what the wisdom is? Anybody in the live chat? What is the wisdom of Yah? What is the wisdom of Yah? We in 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 24. Thank you. Very good. You nailed it again. It's the female of who he is. It's the feminine part. It's the feminine part. He gonna call it out in other verses to show you the difference. That man has the wisdom of the flesh. Woo! To know the wisdom of Yah, you got to know that it's the feminine part of who he is. It's the spiritual part of wisdom, which is a feminine part. Very good. Female. That's right. Now watch this here. It sits here and it says here in verse 24, but unto them which are called, both Jews and Greeks. Now, right here, I don't even think Greeks should have been there, but that's what they do. They add and they take away, but they put that there. Christ, the power of Yah. Now, I want every last one of you all to highlight that. That's a very powerful punch. That's something that's in Genesis chapter 1 that he said, if they missed that, they'd have missed it all. And they have. Let me tell you how many? 99 point infinity has missed that. That when he was saying that, he was saying it to himself, which is his power to bring forth what he said, let, spoke. And then his eyes, what? Spoke, power, and then I looked at it and liked it. It was good. You see? So it was just him. You go in the kitchen, you say, let me pour me a cold glass of water. You have to think it. You can't go in the kitchen and pour a glass of water without thinking it, because if you don't think it, your hand can't do it. So that's what he was doing. He was speaking it when he said let, and his power brought it forth. Now watch this here. Here, people didn't know that was Christ all the time. They had no idea. It became Christ. It was Christ. And it became Christ because Christ was created before the foundation of the world to represent the Son of Yah with the Son of Man. That was that power coming down with the Son of Man. See, he didn't come down with just the word that was the Father. He came down with his power. That's something they missed, even to today. Now, watch this here, y'all. Wisdom is the feminine part of Yah. Okay? And they missed it. Now, watch this here. Verse 25. Because the foolishness of Yah is wiser than man. Is wiser than man. That's the foolish part. It's wiser than man. They let you know the wisdom that man has and worth the rats behind. Because it's flesh. Y'all got the ultimate wisdom. And it is looked at as a feminine part of who he is. That's where wisdom come out of. Okay? And then he says, and the weakness of Yah is stronger than men. Did y'all miss that too? Did y'all miss that? Who missed that? Let me see if you pull that one up. Did y'all get that? Did y'all get that? Y'all missed that one too, didn't it? Went over your head, didn't it? Who can shoot that one out? Let's go over it again. 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 25. Because the foolishness of Yah is wiser than man. And the weakness of Yah is stronger than men. Can you get that? That's deep, y'all. I'm going back to trying to tell y'all that your identity, just as you all think that you all are you over here because you're your ancestors and all he put us over here to curse us. But this is why I told y'all when I was teaching Deuteronomy 28, how the end game is the consequences of us. And we missed that part. We missed that we got to go through the end game. You see? And because they won't teach it. And it just shows me that it ain't just the Gentiles, the heathens, the Europeans. It's Israel and Judah that's the worstest. Because they know better. But yet they don't want to teach you all the truth. But yet they say they're the true Jews. But yet you don't know nothing. You say you awakened. You ain't awakened to nothing but stupidity. That's your awakening. The masculine, okay? And the feminine, okay? Right here. Okay? Right here in 25, it says something very powerful. Because the foolishness of Yah is wiser than men. Is men speaking of male or female? That's right. Now watch this here. And then it turned around, male, that's right. Now watch this here. Then he turned around and said, the weakness of Yah is stronger than male or female. Male, that's right. That's right. Which one of the entity is he dispersing here? Which entity is speaking from Yah? As the weakness and the wiser. Which entity? Okay, someone says both. One says male. Now you got to understand what he said. The feminine side. Right. Very good. Very good. Go back to 25. It talks about because the foolishness of Yah is wiser. We know that wisdom is a her. So when he said wiser, than men, males. So he's speaking of the feminine part is wiser than males, males, men. Now watch this here. He turned around and used it again. And the weakness of Yah is stronger than what? The feminine part of Yah is stronger than males, men. What does he mean? That his feminine part is stronger than men and male. Do you know what he's talking about? What did he tell men? To deal with woman as the weaker link. You missed it. Ooh-wee! Because he's showing you that the female, the feminine part, is really stronger than men, than male, than feminine, than masculine part. Because when y'all looking at strong, you're looking at the flesh. Men are looking at we stronger. You know they can't even handle blood, half of them. Can't handle taking a shot. Women, you're the strongest. That's why you've been surviving. Without your true identity, you still making it. You tell me ain't that deep. That's some crazy stuff. You didn't even get your identity was taken from you, stolen from you, taken from you, destroyed you with your own feminine identity as them, part of him, to make a oneness in the eyes of Yah. They took it from you way back in Genesis. Here it is, year 2024. Look how strong you survived. You see what I'm saying? And you still don't get it. You see what I'm saying? These women on this devil platform think they teaching something. They teaching to deceive and using deception because they want you embedded in the cares of the world so they can have something to have many people flocking to them because they talking about the cares of the world. And they content. They content. But what did he say? My people perish, Deborah. Why are they perishing, Father? You call them your people, but why are they going to perish due to the lack of knowledge? Wait a minute, why do you even give them knowledge? Because they rejected, Deborah. That's why I didn't give it to them. It was there. They just rejected. But they perish. You see? And then he said, I'm going to reject them and their children. How about that? And you wonder why where we at. Here the women has not even realized their identity has been totally stolen from them, from the book of Genesis, and they never saw it coming. That's why they kept tampering with the book till they got it the way they were able to master it, to deceive us and use deception. That's why heaven said, wait a minute, you know me, Deborah, I got a ram in the bush. I got the ram in the bush. I'm coming down through the spirit to teach minds. Because if you leave it to the earth, they ain't going to teach you truth. They ain't going to teach you spirit and truth. We need the Holy Spirit as a teacher. We needed it. We need it and we needed it. So here it is. When you see verse 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 25, it says, because the foolishness of Yah is wiser than men. And the weakness is considered the feminine part of Yah is stronger than the men. So when he says, deal with her as the weaker link, he wasn't talking about in strength, y'all. He not strength. He wasn't talking about in might as far as strength from the body. He was talking about as the feminine part of who I am. And he just told you that part is stronger than man itself. So that's why you call Mother Earth. That's why you call Israel the bride. That's why you call Israel the daughter of Zion. Everything. Yeah, because that's really the strong part there. And y'all know what? Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Wait till you get this here. This is going to knock you really off your rocker. Watch this here. So then I get to 1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 30. This dropped down to 30. 1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 30. But of him are ye in Christ Yeshua, who of Yah is made unto us wisdom. Wisdom is a her, y'all. Seem like he's speaking of Christ coming from the entity of the power. Now, I got to go in here and do a study. He might not want me to know this or want me to understand it. Christ might have came from, woman might have came from side of the right hand. Do y'all get what I'm saying? The side of the right hand of Yah, which would be the feminine. I got to do my study to find it. Could that be? Which it could be. Because listen to what it says. But of him are ye in Christ Yeshua, who of Yah is made unto us wisdom. We know wisdom is the feminine part. And righteous. Wisdom is coming from the same level of righteous, which is the feminine part. And sacrifice, sanctification, and redemption. Now, what it's it's almost saying, Yah is made unto us wisdom, righteousness, sanctification, and redemption. They all seem to be on the line standing next to wisdom. We know wisdom is a her. That's a feminine part of who Yah is. So I think we're going to get into the verses where it's going to show you righteous going to pull up side by side with wisdom. Listen to 31, y'all. Listen to what 31 says. That according as it is written. See, I didn't even go to 31, but it just almost kind of showing you it is what it's written. Heavens has already wrote it in to be this, Deborah. I understand they didn't teach it. I understand they didn't get it. They smeared it. They wiped it up and wiped it down. But wisdom is so detached to a lot of the brands of the Most High Yah. Somewhere along the line, that feminine part of who Yah is carries a lot of power, Yah. And you wonder how we were able, and why did he give that to man to carry the children? You gave him the seed, the sperms. Why didn't you let him carry it? Somebody had to be strong. The strength had to come from what he just said in verse 25. And the weakness of Yah is stronger than men, males. And then he say to the males, deal with her at the weaker link, as the weaker link, or the weaker, or your prayers won't get answered. See, y'all don't think of that. See, nobody never put the pieces together because they stole our identity. And that's why I don't want to be hard on women, because they stole your identity. And guess what? I always knew they did. No. Let me say it like this. I knew something was wrong. That's why I spoke heavy all the time about men. And when y'all add this one here, that's it. Oh. So because you think, y'all, why you don't give them the seed and then have us to bring forth the seed? Because we're considered, he said, even the weaker link of who I am, which is the female entity, is stronger than the men and the males. See, y'all didn't even pay attention to that, did y'all? You know why you didn't? You can't see it. Your spirit ain't letting you see it. He's calling out his spiritual, feminine identity as weakness. He called men out. He told them, my feminine part is stronger than you. And he's speaking of in the spirit realm. The image he gave us. Women, he's telling them, my weak part, my feminine part is stronger than you men. And we'll still make that a lie. It don't matter. So when you get to Romans chapter 11, we're almost done here. Romans chapter 11, it's just to me, it's sad. Because the only thing that makes it sad is that I got to understand, no, what's not sad about it is this is the way Yah has allowed it to go. Okay. So when you get to Romans chapter 11 and verse 33, Romans chapter 11, verse 33, and it says, depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and the knowledge of Yah. The wisdom and the knowledge of Yah. Listen to what it says. Oh, the depth of riches. See, we think riches is financial. Okay? We think riches is materialistic things. We think riches is because we got a big car, or got 2 or 3 cars, we got big TVs, and we got a job. We got a lot of money, or we think that's riches. No, that's of the world. That's why he said don't be building up on it. Like you all let in some because you got it. Don't use it to play and to tamper with people. Because that's what a lot of it does. It allows you to use it to be deceiving and to use deception. Okay, now watch this here. He says here in Romans chapter 11 and verse 33, oh, death of the riches, both of the wisdom, both. Notice he said both. Riches of the both wisdom and knowledge. Wisdom and knowledge are her. Of Yah. It's talking about what? The feminine part of Yah. Watch what it says. Where am I at? Has unsearchable are his judgments and his ways past finding. His judgment and his ways past finding. He knew that people wouldn't find it. He just said it right here. All of that has a role. And when you come up on wisdom, every time you see wisdom, it's really identifying wisdom as a her. Now that wisdom is the feminine part of the creator. Okay? And he lines up under that wisdom. Knowledge is a her. It comes from the spiritual feminine part of Yah. Woman comes from the same place. That's how ignorant women are. They don't even understand all these identities are coming from the feminine part of Yah. The same is in them, an image of a spirit he given unto them with a spiritual feminine part as a female. Okay, so here he's talking about in verse 33, he says, oh, the death of riches. So you think you're rich, huh? Both of the wisdom and knowledge of Yah. Just even having that is what make you rich in Yah. To have that spiritual wisdom, that spiritual knowledge, you are rich. Let's go to Matthew chapter 7, verse 24. Matthew chapter 7, verse 24. In Matthew chapter 7 and verse 24, it reads, therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them. No, that's the wrong one. Oh, no, it ain't. I will liken him unto a wise man. I will liken him unto a wise man, which built his house upon a rock. I would liken him unto a wise man. Now, what wise is he speaking of? I will liken him unto a wise man who built his house upon a rock. Building his house, y'all, upon a rock. His house, builds his house. I will liken him. I will liken him unto a wise man. Strong, mighty. Strong and mighty, which built his house upon a rock. And the house in which he built, as we and you and I, we would think in the flesh realm. And that's something else about a lot of people. They speak, they think and they feel and they line everything up into a flesh realm. That's why people can't understand spirit and truth and can't get the truth of the whole matter of situation, because everybody tends to line everything up in the flesh realm. Now, when I'm listening to this, I'm listening to it as I'm reading it. And as I'm reading it, I'm thinking, okay, therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them. So he's talking about somebody being obedient and hearing and do it out of hearing him in you, hearing him. I liken him unto a wise man. He didn't say wise men as in male, but wise man, which built his house upon a rock. And the rain descended, and the flood came, and the wind blew and beat upon the house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. Now, we will look at that as a house built like the three little pigs. That's not what he's saying here. It's saying, whosoever heareth these sayings. It's something that you hear and something that you do. And it's not really talking about building a house that you live in. It's talking about your spiritual being. Your inner person. And he will look at you like a wise man, which built his house upon a rock. He's speaking of spiritual. And your house is who you are inside, within you. Your spirit man. That's your house. That's your house, y'all. That's what he's talking about. And he said, I will liken it to wisdom. You see? Because wisdom and knowledge makes you rich in Yah. And they are her. Wisdom is her and knowledge is her. When I say her, not like a female, but a feminine part of who Yah is. The feminine part of who Yah is. So the next verse that was Matthew chapter is James chapter 3. And I got one more after James. James chapter 3. James chapter 3 and verse 13. What is going on around here? James chapter 3 and verse 13 through 18. And it reads, who is a wise man and endured with knowledge? Endured with knowledge. Notice wise and knowledge is together. They are her. They are the feminine part of Yah. Okay? Wisdom, wise man, and endured with knowledge. Knowledge and wisdom are her. That's a feminine part of Yah among you. Let him show out of a good conversation his works. Why is his works? Because he's gaining, he is who is wise and knowledgeable. Remember he said that's when you're rich in the spirit realm. So here he says, let him show out of good conversation his works with meekness of wisdom. There go her again. Meekness of wisdom. So when we thought and we heard over and over and over Mother Earth, because Mother Earth is like unto a woman that bring forth. Earth travail and bring forth year after year after year after year. You see? And he matches it with the travailing of a woman. So we know he's talking about the feminine part of who he is. I like how he created things on the earth to be not just female, but other things that carries his feminine part of his will. I love that. That's why those things are called a her. Okay? And verse 14, but if ye have bitter envy and strife in your heart, glory not, and lie not against the truth. And lie not against the truth. This wisdom descended not from above, but in the earthly censor, devilish. So there is a wisdom also, like I explained to y'all. You got a wisdom in the kingdom, and you got a wisdom on the earth. The flesh has its wisdom. It has its knowledge. It has its understanding. That's why I've called myself in time past trying to teach people that, because people get into their feelings and their flesh and their personal opinion and not understand. That's not of Yah. Yah got his own wisdom. He got his own knowledge. He got his own understanding. People don't know how to separate the two. Even in they live it, they put them all together and just say, I'm doing good. I'm in there without separating. And verse 15 says, this wisdom descended not from above, but in a earthly, sensual, devilish. 16, for where envy and strife is, there is confusion and every evil work. And even work. You got spiritual work, you got evil works. See, people don't know that. They just think that, one is like this and the other one is like, everybody put everything together, not knowing that they're different, Now, verse 17, where am I at? 17. But the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, and easy to be entreated, full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality and without hypocrite. Verse 18. And the fruit of righteousness is sown in peace of them that make peace. So there again, he's talking about wisdom, and what wisdom is from above. That's what Sister Deborah tried. And did you know if they would have done that in the sanctuaries, in the church, in the temples, and in these places of worship, teach the people about the tools. It's one in the flesh, it's one in the spirit. But I'm gonna tell you the truth of the whole matter. I have not heard anyone teach the tools, y'all, since I've been living. Never. And they're not going to. And I'm not looking for them to. Verse is Isaiah 49 and 15. This is the last verse. 9 and 15. Isaiah 49 and 15. And it reads, can a woman forget her suckling child, that she should not have compassion on her son? Oh, this is one we I think we went over already. Oh, wait a minute. No, I think it was another verse. Of her womb, yea, they may forget, yet will I not forget. It's telling you the natural woman in the flesh. She might have a child she breastfed, she birthed, she brought up, and she didn't have no compassion for that son of her womb. But he's saying here, yet I not forget thee. He jumped in the shoes of a female, a mother that breastfed and birthed and had no compassion. Then the female entity of Yah steps in and says, I won't be like that. Not I. He couldn't do that. You see? Typically explaining to you all the part of the female entity of who he is, that understands women. They got this. Because you ever think, this is why so many things is categorized as a her, she, mother, daughter, woman. I didn't even know woman was in there like that. He's using those. He don't care if it's a whole nation he's using it on. He don't care if he's trying to speak to a certain people or he talking to a certain people. He wants us to understand there's another part to him that has been lost, that has never been spoken about. And that is his female, his feminine part. So now I understand why people talk about mother, goddess. You see? I see now, goddess. I think that's what they call it, goddess. I see why. They use those because they know for a fact, I don't want to use goddess. Use what Yah said. And that he made her in his image, which is a spirit and a spiritual entity, feminine part of who he is. Now I'm going to do my best. I'm going to try my hardest to jump in tomorrow and speak about the masculine part of Yah. I want to hear what the masculine part of Yah is saying. It's a lot. I can tell you that now, because they erased the feminine part. The feminine part got out in Genesis. They stripped her from it when they told you she sinned and he was the fault. I tried to explain to y'all, if he made him first, why do you can't create a woman with a rib? And I don't know if anybody ever looked up the word bone. Look at the definition of what they said a bone was back in our days. Blow your mind. So that's why he took that bone from man and put it in woman. But nobody wants to grip that. Nobody wants to take that. No one wants to seek into that and see really what's that bone about. Strength, might, strong. That's what that bone was. Why? He wanted her to have that part that he had given man. The sad part is about it is to see that things is finished. All these thousands of years, and they run around here talking, we the people use the fool. Because you don't even know who you are. You still don't know. And we've been over here all those years, our ancestors, and we still been lying about the Most High Yah. Ain't nothing we told that was true. And we here talking about we the Hebrew Israelite. We ain't saying nothing that's true. We still running around here lying just to get likes and subscribers and support. And that's a mighty sad thing, but it is what y'all know that it would be. So when I put up virtuous woman, Proverbs 31, when people begin to say Proverb 31 woman, we supposed to be Proverb 31, and they had these men talking about we supposed to be women of the Proverb 31, you's a fool. Get my identity from the Most High Yah, who gave me the image of himself. Not your, see how they got their identity as masculine, and they have not learned what that identity is consisted of. You know why they haven't learned? Anybody in the live chat? You want me to tell you why? Because they were so busy stripping us from our feminine image of Yah. That Yah gave both dominion to the masculine part and the feminine, because he knows that that's what make up him one. That's what make Yah a oneness. He didn't say in the beginning, the Son, the Father, and the Holy this. The oneness of Yah was created. The feminine in the woman, the masculine in the man, and when they come together, they make up the oneness of the image of Yah. That's sad. All these thousands of years. The virtuous woman is not a woman. You notice the woman is schooling the son. And she's telling the son to don't give his strength to a woman. Because the woman in her feminine part that Yah has created her, when he gave her the rib of man, she already had her own strength. So don't give her your strength. You keep your strength. So this feminine part in Proverbs 31, that's who that was. It's showing y'all the feminine part of Yah. Proverbs 31 is showing you the feminine part of Yah. I remember years ago, I used to say, Father, wait a minute. I line up with a lot of that, but not all of it. I said, no, if I ain't lining up with all of it, I can't be none of it. That's how I take it. If I can't go from the beginning to the end, Father, and be all of what a Proverb 31 woman, I ain't claiming none of it. Until he told me it ain't for us to claim. It's to identify us of where he was as a feminine. The feminine part of who he is. If he had to come and live on the earth, notice he'll have power over his own household. Because that's what that Proverbs 31 woman did. Husband couldn't say nothing to her. Did her own business. First one up, last one down. Come on now. I know that throughout my whole life. With a husband and children, hey, first one up, last one down. I gave y'all my whole life, my whole living to raising my children and making sure my husband had my whole life. I look back at it now. I'm grateful because this is the journey and the steps that y'all had ordered for my living, for my living, for my purpose in him. This is what he created. But when I look back over it, it do bring sadness. But you can't go back and change nothing. And look at all these years, our identity been stolen. So don't ever let nobody tell you you're supposed to be the Proverbs 31. Tell them sit their tail down and read over it right. That is an example of the Most High Yah. Feminine part of him. They schooling in the beginning. And then you notice everything she did, she took on with strength and might and victorious. What happened to that woman? What happened that we are not that? I'm going to be honest. Anybody on earth come close to that, I will be the one. But when I saw that I didn't meet it all the way, I had to pull out and say, wait a minute, this ain't talking about me. And if anybody going to come close to Proverb 31, I know I will be in the rim. But I never put myself there. And that's why I say a lot of these Negro women is ignorant, even using it without the spiritual understanding of what it's saying. Now, let me show y'all something. I got some treats. I want to show you all something. My oldest daughter, is having a baby. Is she married? No. I guess I can show you this one. I'll show it to you. Can you see it? She had a, ooh, that's crazy. I ain't never seen it do that. She had a baby shower. Oh, here it is. Wait a minute. Let me give you a picture so you can see her. Okay. If this thing cut off again, can you see her? I'm going to show it to both. Hey, wait a minute. Let me show you. Oh, shoot, this thing keep going off. 1 minute. That's my oldest. And she had a baby shower. That's her and her fiance. She's having a baby. It'll be my second grandchild. I want you all to hear this. And I'm going to have to do it one at a time. Oh, my goodness. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do this. You know what? Let me not do it because it's going to be, I have to do it when I'm on one platform. I'm on both platforms right now. But I had some really good things. You know what would be good for me to bring you back tomorrow, but I'm going to be on the PIW, a higher platform tomorrow. And I'm going to show you some, we're going to surround some issues. And I'm going to let men speak to a European and a young brother speak. And I'm telling you, the hurting part is too bad. 99.9 of our men are not even hearing the men that got something to say. I know they're not, because these men speak so boldly in what they learned throughout their journey. And this European man, he's just an old man, but he's speaking about Elon Musk. He's telling you he did a book on Elon Musk and his dad. And he was talking about how this is an old European man. He was talking about how many people don't really understand that when the father has an evil spirit, the son is going to have an evil spirit. It coming down to that child. And he broke that thing down. And I'm saying, like, Father, how many people have to be on these platforms to be saying the same thing over and over and over and over for people to really get this thing? He said, don't matter, Deborah. They don't get me. They don't get nothing. And I like that. I like that, because he used that to comfort me. He said, if they don't hear you, they don't hear me. Let them hear what they're going to hear. And that's a lot of comforting to me, because it helps me to understand it's not meant for people to get what I'm teaching, what I'm speaking. I'm just on here. Honestly, I'm just on here. It's not meant. I'm just here. And he has given me, he when he said to me yesterday, he said something, and then just, I was like, okay, thank you so much. Like a father would really tell his child. I had a really good father. My mother and father, they would have been living, they've been 60, almost 70 years married. Yeah. But they had 7 kids, and my dad, he thought, you know how he thought he was whooping us? When he raised his voice. My dad thought if you don't get in here, he thought that was whooping us. But when mama get hold of you, that's a different story. That's a total different story. So tomorrow I'm going to bring forth, my daughter has so many gifts, y'all. To my first granddaughter she has, I got a 14-year-old. That's the only grandchild I have. She sit there and she want everyone to know, ever since she found out her mother was pregnant, she don't like the idea. I don't like it. I'm not going to like it. I'll be in college 3 years, granny. I said, it don't mean nothing. She'll be here waiting for you when you get back. She just didn't like none of it. And then she had to sit there and watch all the gifts. I mean, I ain't never seen nobody get this much stuff in my life for a baby shower. And they decked it really. They had it a professional place. This lady, her son, this is his first child. This is her first grandchild. She has 3. This is her first grandbaby. And it's a little girl. I'm having another granddaughter. And they ordered a professional decorator. Y'all, it was gorgeous. It was gorgeous. It was like you was walking in, and it was like, you know how they do those weddings when it's just all up in the ceiling and all. That's how they did this baby shower. And all the things that she had, it was just, I was looking at her. She looked like she was a nervous wreck. So I think my work with my daughter would be after she have her baby, because she's going to need someone. Because I don't think she was really planning this. And to me, she's a me person. And just like her daughter, my granddaughter, she said, Granny, I don't like this idea. I don't like this idea. I said, when your daddy had 5 children, you didn't say that to him, and you the oldest one. You didn't say. She said, you know what, Granny? She said, I cried though. I said, you did? She said, yeah. She said, I cried. I did not want them sisters that he had kept having, but it wasn't nothing I can do. Straight A student. Gifted program and everything. She's real, but a sweet little girl too. Sweet little 14-year-old. But her dad was like that. My son-in-law that my daughter was married to. I think that's the best she's gonna ever do. I don't care what's coming on down the line, and you trying to think that something is gonna be better, baby. You missed that, because her daddy, my granddaughter's father, was really a good person. See, what happened is nobody wants the other person to just be that feminine part. She's the feminine part of y'all, and I'm the masculine part. That's exactly what I'm saying. Let mama be mama, grandmama be grandmama, granddaddy be granddaddy. But you know what? We ain't gonna have all this incest and raping and all this in the house. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. And that's what has taken place. And I heard a man, I think is that which one is that? I think that guy is going to, I don't know if that's him. I'm gonna show you all tomorrow where one black guy, he was talking about how a lot of people don't know, but back in the 30s and in the 40s, that a lot of these men were raping their little boys, their own kids and their daughters. And I'm saying to myself, that's another one that nobody seems to. Women just let their men do all this to their kids, and they knew they were doing it, because everyone that talk about it, they always talk about, and Granny knew. Great auntie or auntie knew her son was doing it, or her brother. Granny knew her son and her husband was doing it, all the way through. All the way through. Always knew it. Always knew it. Like I had one lady and her grandson, they came to me, and already she said it was okay to talk about it, because I do use it. No one don't know who she is, but she was one of my YouTubers when I first started. And she comes on off and on sometimes. When she came in, I was confused, you guys, because when she came to visit me, the family back in where she lived was rearing up. She had nowhere to stay there. All that big family. So she come here to visit me for a couple of weeks, and they was reared up. I'm gonna give that. I'm gonna tell y'all what was going on. They were so reared up, family, a big family, that she was coming to see me. Oh, that's a witch. She's practicing voodoo. I'm this and I'm that. They wore her out to the point where they touched base to one of her cousins here in the state that I'm in, and explained to him that she's coming down. Now nobody would let her live with them when they were there. That she's coming down. And I told her, don't go giving, nobody my information. And she did. And her cousin here did the whole search on this house that I'm in, my address, everything. Now, you have to understand, this lady was, I think, like 50-something years old. Then she had her grandbaby, too, which was, I think he was like 9. And he had a real heavy, let's not talk about that one. But when she came, I couldn't figure it out. But I role played that thing real good. When I got to the airport to pick her up, and we got her luggage and everything, we greeted each other, and then here come this guy pulling up. Shocked as I don't know what. I don't know who he thought I was or what he thought I was. He knew he made a fool out of himself. Went back and telling them. At that time, I had a GMC, a big GMC truck. And it was pulled out right where we're going to put her suitcase and where we pull up to pick up. And he's standing there at that door. I mean, his eyes were about to fall out of his head. Because all those lies from one state to this one was a lie. And even he was stirring up the lies. But on that third day before she left, third day, she just sat down and she said, can I come in? I said, yes. She came in my bedroom. She sat on the corner of my bedroom. We just talked all that night. And I was like, so that's what all that was about. That's what it's all about. It was so deep. But like I told her, it ain't nothing you can tell me that I ain't already heard. I said, I already know all that stuff going on. And I wasn't telling her how deep, how far back it went in her family. And right then she felt so comfortable because she realized, hey, she already know. Yeah, baby, you ain't telling me nothing I don't know. I mean, it was so bad. So bad. So bad. I even think of it while I'm talking to you in a sense of how could they have escaped? Because it was her and her daughter. They had been following me since I first got on YouTube. And someone would get on her. If anybody said anything off balance, that daughter and mother would jump in there. And, I mean, they would get on there, boy. What you said? What you telling that to her for? They was on it. And I was explaining to her some things about her family. And that's what made her really open up and felt that, okay, you know already, Sister Deborah. So we had just had a real good conversation. She said it felt so good to get all that out. She said, but did you know I couldn't get it out because the whole family was like that? I said, that big old family you got. She said, yep. All the way back to grandpa. I said, I knew it. I knew because a lot of people in such a full denial, this darkness and this evil and wicked, these curses, it goes beyond the curse. See, the curse that we are over here ain't got nothing on the curses of evil and darkness. That's what y'all didn't know. See, the curse that we're on in Deuteronomy 28, y'all got that. That's in his hand. That's under his order. But there's a greater curse, a greater generational curse of evil and wicked in our families that has been hidden. It's still being hidden. That's why, to me, a student of the Most High God, I can't see him taking all Judah up out of here. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Can he clean them up? Yes, he can. He said he would. But for him to go up against what he taught and say, forget what you've done, as far as kill, steal, rape, murder, lie, manipulate, induce, it's a lot of things. What he's really don't care for is this idling. We have this way of idling, making other gods, even if it's our car, even if it's our home, even if it's our money. Y'all see all that? It's no way it's going to get you and help you in the days that we are in for judgment. Because everything that we have will go up against us. It's going to go up against us. Mine's already started. And I don't look like to me, I don't think I have anything. Nothing. I'm going to be honest with you. I was telling the father the other day, they got the big house. It's a 5-bedroom, 2-level. And this landlord that they have, that's where my ex-husband and the kids are at, the adult kids stays. One thing about me is I believe that you pay them their bills, you take care of their house, outside and inside. Do you know I used to tell my kids, no matter what you do, when you renting from somebody, they're going to always make it hard for you, especially if you're doing the things that's right. Their landlord wrote so many bad things to me. He wrote a letter to me today. The first time he did it was last week. And the father say, great. I put great. He got mad. This time he writing all this stuff. And I said, praise the Most High God. Now, I didn't say yeah, I said God, because that's what he believed. That's what I said. Praise the Most High God. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Y'all should have seen. This man is supposed to. That man had a fit and told me to tell my kids and my ex-husband, they better be out of that house in January. And guess what? The lease ain't up until April. And not one time have I ever been late paying their bills. See, they pay me their bills. They pay for the bills, the rent, everything. And I got texts from him talking about you all been there going on your ex-husband and children been there for almost 4 years and they have not missed a payment. It don't matter how you do it. He sent another text. That's why I said I'm going to show the judge if we have to go to court. Oh, how you kept this place up. I appreciate y'all making sure the house is. It don't matter what you do. When you don't own anything, this is how it is done. And my thing is with the Father. I'm still looking at him. I go straight to the Father. I said, well, this here. I always look to Yah. You know why, Yah? This bad girl was given so many gifts. I can do anything. I can do anything. But when I do put my hand forward, it makes sure I go 1 feet forward, 5 feet back. But that one going forward, showing that I have the ability. I can master this. But guess what? It'll take me 5 back when I move 1 forward. And I said to the Father, I said, this is what you created. This is the way that you would only have me? And if it is, praise be unto you. Because you know what it takes to keep me where you need me to be. Because there's no reason. If you all knew me, you'll say, when Sister Deborah, you can be any, you can do it. Yes. This girl is sharp with her hands, with her mind. Bookkeeping, all that. Always did that. I took up so much stuff to where it became a challenge to go out and master this and learn this and learn this. That's how I've always been. With sports, with working a job, getting a job, staying on the job. Nobody fired me. This is just, it's almost like, and I look back at it now because I don't know if y'all ever heard of how you can put a cat in the corner. You better watch out. You corner a cat if you want to. Well, that's how I am. That's how I am. I don't let a landlord, nobody put me in the corner. You see, I don't go that route. And this is what this one is done. Why? Because now the economy, the way things are, now you have to try to find another place for 5 adults. So it has to have enough room. And the cost has tripled. So I'm like, okay, my little heart is so heavy toward the fact that you did everything right. And that's why I said I had to go before y'all. I said, wait a minute, this is you. This is you. I don't care what you do right. If y'all got you a place where he wants you to be, that's where you're going to remain. Because like I said, I can step 1 step forward and master that bad boy and accomplish. And I'm going to give you an example. It's been 3 times I went and got me a car. Each time I go get a car, less than 3 months, somebody hit it. And I'm like saying to the Father, one time I was in the hospital in a bad situation. I'm saying to the Father, what is this? Why do I have to keep? It's just like, it's almost like, okay, I'm going to let you move 1 foot, but I'm going to have to put you 5 foot back. That's the feel of it, But it's all right. It's okay because the endurance and the long suffering and greater is he that's in me. That's what's holding me up. That's all I can say. I end that with that. So Sister Deborah say, I appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in. And I hope you got something out of it. Tomorrow I will be covering the masculine part of Yah. Hopefully I have enough information to try to ensure you that our identity as a female was taken from us by man. And if any men man would get a hold of it, they need to teach and preach that thing. Now, some of you all say you don't care for 19 Keys, but I like him having the mindset of listening to a lot of different situations. But in it all, when it all comes down, he will still nail it that there is a God that who rules, and that's the thing about, because everybody ain't gonna have it as sharp as Sister Deborah. Let me go and say it like that. But because this is the will of the Father. But this man listened to a lot of different people, and it gets him confused. I think it gets him confused that everybody is right and can't everybody be right. But what I like about him, he got it nailed down as far as men. Oh yeah, and that's I've heard at least 6 men in the last 3 months that has nailed it, and I'm saying to myself, why ain't everybody listening to them? It don't matter. This is how long this feminine image of Yah and this masculine image has been lost. It has been hijacked by who? Men. And first men we're gonna have to say hijacked it, Judith and Israel. So I, Sister Deborah, hope you got something out of it. How you like me now? Shalom and shalom.